And I feel like this is like we're finally talking and I'm finally making these videos. I haven't been able to make these videos for a while, but this is like an important update that I feel the need to talk about things that are going to happen within the next couple of months, and they're going to be very important. You're going to see a lot of changes um to like where I like just a lot of things important in my life, and I feel like everybody that I haven't told already should know. So I really don't know where to begin for this video, so it's gonna be kind of difficult talking about the topic. But I feel like you guys will understand just as, subscribers go, like you'll understand why and how this is gonna affect, the channel. Um, so, um, March the 9th, you guys didn't already know, you guys don't follow me on social media. I began a relationship with a girl. We were talking a lot more about it before, like before we started to be officially dating. We were like, cute talking, keeping it on the low. We were technically dating beforehand, but we decided to keep it on the very low. Like we didn't tell anybody about it, and um, it just didn't. I didn't feel the need to tell anybody about it because I didn't want people to find out. And then we decided to make it official one day, and so we started dating. So technically, we're like 3 or 4 months in. Everything's going fine at the moment. I had a talk with my parents, and it was a pretty extensive talk, and we were talking about my future in the household, and I told them that I would continue school when I felt like it, and I felt like they felt,
Free run.
how do you say it? I felt like they felt as if they were like just wasting their time. And honestly, I would too if I was a parent. But I guess they don't realize that I have to live my own life one way or another. So we've come to the conclusion that I can't stay in my household anymore because it just shows like not a good example for my little brother. And so I have decided that I will be moving out in probably September. Originally, it was January. That was the original date. But I feel like it's better this way. And, it's not something I want to do. Like, I love my family a lot, but I just can't live in a household that like I'm not saying that they don't respect me, but it's just like it's not something that they don't appreciate. I'm not gonna say they don't appreciate either, but they're like they don't respect my ideas or my way of life. And it's not like a way of life that's like, oh dude, it's the best way you can live. But it's also my choice. And if I was affecting them economically, that would be different. And I guess I sort of am with, car insurance and stuff like that. I haven't, not been the most responsible driver. But at the same time, it's not like I cause them legal problems all the time. Like I know other teenagers do. So, I was given the choice that, well, I wasn't given a choice. They just told me, they're like, man, Alejandro, we love you. You're our son, but you're gonna have to move out by September. So this leaves me with it leaves me in a tough situation where I'm I'm forced to leave my home. And it wouldn't be the first time. I wasn't first time I moved out was not because I was forced, but just because I was like I was just really upset at life in general, and I understand why they they would just let me go, because usually parents like overprotect. They just wouldn't let their kids leave. But they felt like they needed to teach me a lesson of some sorts, which they really didn't, because where I lived was opportune for me, and I didn't feel the need to, ask them for help. And of course, you see me back here in my home, but it was more of a like I chose to come back sort of thing. So when I come to think about the situation at hand right now, I don't really like it. But like I said, I don't really have much of a choice anymore. And God, I gotta start that over. But life is life is strange like that. Whatever, I'm losing track of. What I'm trying to say, guys, is that I have until September to move out, and with nowhere to go, I'm in the middle of a relationship. I have a job now. I have a steady job as in a really nice restaurant. If you guys haven't heard of it, Bungalow Lake House is an amazing restaurant. Um, and I thoroughly enjoy working there, but it's most of the money that's going. Like, I can't even enjoy most of my money. And if I do, it's probably because I'm not being responsible with my money. Like, I have to save up to move out somewhere. Like, that was the original plan. Like, I just have to move out somewhere. Um, at an inopportune time, I was speaking with my girlfriend, and we didn't really plan on anything aside from I'd have to move out, and I would try to move out somewhere near Herndon, because she lives in an area called Centerville, which is a little bit closer to, let's say, the middle of Northern Virginia. Like, this is where I live. Imagine it as one square. That's Sterling, and then the next square aside from that, going I believe south, if I'm not mistaken, or southeast. Yeah, I think southeast is Herndon, and then one more section from that is Chantilly, and then the farthest section from after that is Centerville. So she lives all the way in Centerville, which is a good, I want to say, 15 mile. If no, not even, probably more than 15 miles. It's pretty. It's like 20 minutes driving from where I live. Thankfully, there's a highway that takes me all the way from my house directly, literally, to 2 minutes driving from her house. And I'm really opportune with that, because that's literally how we see each other. We drive. I'll drive to the gym. She'll drive over to my house sometimes, and we meet up, and we keep a relationship that's alive. We're always going out. We're always, hanging out, and I'm like thoroughly happy with the way that my relationship is working. It's been rocky though, just because we we go through a lot, because the group of friends that I'm with, they're really disrespectful. Well, I was with, because I've now spaced myself from them. Um, I I did this because they didn't respect my relationship at all, like completely at all. They did not respect it. They thought they could pull jokes, or like they would try to expose me on things that happened 7 years ago, like as if it mattered. Like, when you're in a relationship, things that happened in the past, if you think about it, you only let things from the past affect the relationship if it affects it on a medical scale, on a legal scale, but not on an emotional scale, like to the point where you don't think you can love the person anymore. I don't think it would really affect that, because let's say like let's say you have children with another lady, and then you try dating again, like the lady leaves you or you get the divorce, you still have children. Okay, that is grounds for like, okay, I don't think this is gonna work out because I don't. Sorry about that. I yanked out my mic amp. So let's say you have children with one lady and you try dating another. Her not being with you that's perfectly understandable because obviously she doesn't want to have to take care of children that aren't hers. Like it wouldn't make sense. But when let's say like, oh yeah, like Alejandro was dating these girls and stuff like that, and they try to like expose it in front of my girlfriend like as if it matters. I mean, I'm not gonna say that it didn't affect her at first. She was pretty upset. She was like, okay, like, but I'll just let it slide for right now. But they constantly do that, and they constantly like test my relationship, like as if it's not gonna like, again, like as if it's like theirs to play like a toy. Like they can play with it as much as they want. So I got fed up one day, and I told them I was just like, I'm done. You guys, I'm not talking to y'all anymore. Like I'm completely done. And they were like, why are you getting upset? Like it's just a joke, because I took it. I got really upset because I genuinely like this person. Like this girl she means a lot to me, and I I just care about her a lot, and I don't want, our relationship to just go to shit because some kids decided that thought it would be funny to go and fuck with someone's relationship. Like I don't like maturity wise, I've never been like the most mature kid in the group, but I start to understand now that like, it's time to grow up. That's why I sent a long message in actually I might as well just read it to you. I sent it, and yesterday I met up with some of them to play soccer, but I didn't really hang out with them afterwards. We went to go get a bite to eat, but that's about it. They wanted to keep on hanging out, and I told them I was like, nah, I'm good. And one of them confronted me about it, and he's like, thanks for the block, by the way, because I blocked him on Instagram, on Snapchat. So I do not really associate myself. Well, I don't want to associate myself with them anymore. So this is the message I sent one of my friends who actually is dating a girl that's friends with my girl, but like he just doesn't care. So I told him I was like, dude, we've had fun in the last couple of months. We've cracked a lot of jokes. We did a lot of immature things. We had a good time. It's time for me to grow up and focus on more important things in life. I also noticed that a lot of people's habits in our group are very poisonous to my relationship. A lot of disrespect and indecency with the whole recording incident. I decided that I'm just gonna stop hanging out with you guys for the sake of stability. I've gotten tired of the shit talk and the I fucked your bitch jokes. She's tired of it, and so am I. You guys are fun, but really disrespectful. I hope you and everyone else has fun growing. I just don't want to be in that group anymore. Good luck with you and your girl. She's a good girl, treat her right. I sent that and I never got a reply back. So I don't know if they're upset about it or they just, they're just talking about it. But I could care less now. But I've just completely cut off. And that's what you have to do, honestly. People who don't benefit your life, they don't have to be there. They're not entitled to be part of your life. So I decided to cut them out of the equation. And I feel like I've, reestablished a sort of stability in my relationship. Now, with the whole moving out thing, it was a really, at the same time like inopportune, but at the same time it was a good opportunity to do it. At first it was a really good opportunity, but then there were some mix-ups and this is looking really iffy, but I'm still, 100% to do it. One night I was out with my girlfriend and I gave her my parking ticket so we could go. We came back from soccer and we had a good time. We were just hanging out at IHOP and she drove her car back home after the hookah bar, and I had forgot that I left my parking ticket on her car. So I got home, I messaged her, I was like, hey, I need to go pick up my parking package. She's like, give me a second, like, my parents are really mad. I said, just tell me you forgot something in the car. So she goes out, takes it, she's like, it's on the back of my car, just post it up. You can rip it off and put it back in your car. And I said, alright. So I made the whole 20-minute driving trip to her house, picked up the sticker, but I was falling asleep. And it's not, and it is really scary when you fall asleep in your car while you're driving. Like, you're like dozing off. So I pulled over at the nearest IHOP, sat down, had a drink of water, ordered a little Mountain Dew, keep me awake. And she sends me a message. She's like, "Baby, guess what? Oh my God, guess what happened?" And I thought something wrong had happened. And she goes, "I got accepted into VCU Arts." And if you don't know where VCU is in the center of Virginia, in the capital. It's Richmond, and it is the #1 arts program in the nation at the Virginia Commonwealth University. I was so happy for her, and you know, a little part of me was sort of sad because I thought that, she's gonna leave me because she's gotta go to school. We're not gonna be able to date anymore, see each other anymore, and I don't know where the idea came from. I swear I don't. I told her, I was like, so what are we gonna do? And she said, why don't you move in with me? Most people would have been like, 2 to 3 months, you're always already moving in. Like, that's sort of sketchy, but I don't have anywhere else to go. So, it is with, great importance that I tell you guys that I will be leaving my house in September to go and start a new life in Richmond with my girlfriend. Obviously, I'm gonna have to find a new job there. Um, I'm gonna have to really just find somewhere to live. I mean, I've already found places, and I need to, constantly check up and see if that place is still open. But I got a lot to save up for, guys. I gotta save up for, and it was a really missed opportune time because at the time when we first started dating in April, I have unfortunately picked up my second speeding ticket, my reckless speeding ticket, and it wasn't even that bad. It was 20 over. So what I can do is go check my like get a speedometer. What's it called? Like I could go check my speedometer, see if anything's wrong. If anything's wrong, and they find out that the speedometer is like 10 miles an hour off, I can get reduced to a regular speeding ticket, but it's a speeding ticket nonetheless. So that's money out of my pocket. Um, so uh, I need to go and get that fixed before I, get anything else done. But then I don't know where I'd pick up the rest of the money to, move out. I guess it's just gonna be like I'm gonna have to grind for it. Like I'm gonna have to, pick up extra shifts and stuff like that in order to be able to skedaddle on out of here. But it's solid. I'm moving out, guys, and I mean it's sad to think about it. Like you're not gonna be around your family anymore. But I feel like they already got used to the idea of me not being around because I rarely am around. Like if I'm not at work, I'm here and in front of my PS4 playing video games. I don't really do a lot of things with them. I don't ever go out with them that much. But that's sort of just because I just don't get along with them. And I feel like it's for the better. Like I know my parents are gonna be upset and sad, but it's just a stage in life I have to go through. And I feel like the stability with my girlfriend and I feel it's going to be a lot stronger. Young couples as they were, but I feel like I'm gonna just be a lot happier being with her than I am here at home. So that's about the synthesis of this video, guys. Come September, late August, probably after my birthday, I'm gone. I'm never. I'm not gonna say I'm never, but I'm not gonna be in Sterling anymore, guys. No more Sportsplex. No more Chantilly soccer. Not more much stuff because I'm most likely I will be having my license suspended, so I won't be doing any driving anytime soon. But yeah, that's about it. Like I know I'm gonna miss this area. I grew up here all 20 years of my life. Not all 20 years, but like 19 of my life. I'm just gonna have to, it's like a say goodbye sort of thing, because I'm not gonna be anymore, and it's pretty sad. But at the same time, I feel like people should be happy for me because it's time. It's about time that I moved on to bigger and better things. But honestly, like I don't think I should really be like sad about it now because sadness is a really it's a really awful feeling that like you don't want to overthink it. So I'm just gonna be happy for now. I'm gonna be streaming every single day after work. You might see some more odd shot comps, but aside from that, I'm just working to start up a new life. I just ate a sandwich, so I'm feeling the heartburn right now. It's a spicy chorizo sandwich, so yeah. I'm probably gonna be vlogging a lot as soon as I get a new camera, but or get a new phone or something like that. But aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, I hope you guys can understand, and you guys are gonna see like a whole new life out in Richmond. I'm gonna be working a lot. I'm hopefully gonna be playing a lot more. Um, and just it's just gonna be a whole new life out there for me, and it's something that I'm prepared for at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later. Deuces.